Question number 15. The incomplete table and the incomplete histogram give information about the times taken by some students to run a race. So the time in seconds and the frequency. How many students? Let's zoom in. Between 10 seconds and 12 seconds, we need to find how many students. Between 12 seconds and 16 seconds, there were 10 students. Between 16 seconds and 19 seconds, there were 15 students. Between 19 seconds and 21 seconds, 9 students. Between 21 and 26, the frequency is 7. Frequency is how many there are. Now, they want us to use for part A, use the histogram. We look at what we know already. Let's look at the second one, between 12 and 16 seconds. Between 12 and 16 seconds, the frequency is 10. So how do we find the frequency density? Frequency density is given by the frequency divided by the class width. The frequency is 10. The class width is 4. 16 take away 12 is 4. So the frequency density is 2.5. So we go to the diagram for 12 and 16. We put the frequency density is 2.5. We mark it there, 2.5 on the y-axis, frequency density. Now that we know it's 2.5, we need to divide the scale. So from 0 up to that point is 2.5. So this one will be 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. We are using that 2.5 there to help us divide it, because divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So now we can label the whole frequency density axis. It goes up to 5. Now part B says use the table to complete the histogram. So in the table, let's look at 19. We need to complete the histogram. Let's look at 19 to 21. 21 take away 19 is 2. So the class width is 2. Now we need to find the frequency density. So we get frequency density is frequency divided by class width. 9 divided by 2, that gives us 4.5. So it goes up to 4.5. 19 to 21. And for 21 to 26, 7 divided by 5. So we get 7 divided by 5, and that gives us 1.4. And that's where we mark 1.4 there. And we draw, I put them in yellow and in that turquoise column. So that has covered part 15A and B. We have completed, make sure the 3 is there, that gives you the mark. And then the histogram to complete that, I put in yellow and the turquoise. For part B, the histogram below gives information about the times taken by 23 students to run a different race, by 43 students to run a different race. Work out an estimate. Remember the word there is estimate. I put it in yellow. Estimate for the median of the times taken by these 43 students to run the race. We want to find the total area. That gives us the total number of students. Although it tells us there is 43. But you can still do the working out to show and to make sure. So we want the area of the first bar. The area is length times width to find the area of the first bar. So it's 2 times the height is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. The second bar is 12 minus 16 minus 12 is 4. So it's 4 times 2, 8. The next one, 20 minus 16 is 4 times 4, 16. The next one, 2 times 6.5, and the next one, 4 times 2. times 0.5, which gives you 2. You add all of them, you'll get that 43. Now, to find that estimate, there are a couple of ways we can do it. But the first thing is I'll zoom into this to find the formula for median. For median, because it's an estimate, we can still use this one, or we can just use 43 divided by 2. That gives you the 21, but let's use this one, this median formula, the n plus 1 over 2 term. 43 plus 1 over 2, it gives you the 22nd term. So 22nd is found between 16 and 20 on the bar. I'll show you what that looks like. So we are looking for the 22nd. Let's go to that bar and really zoom in. So that's where. If we have 4 plus 8, it gives us 12. 12 plus 16 gives us 28. But we want 22nd. So 22nd is found somewhere in the middle there. And that would be where the median would be. The 22nd value will be the median, and that median will be somewhere in there. Now we want to find out how far is it from 16? Is it nearer to 16? Or is it that far inside 16? How far it is, we'll find it and add to 16. Let's say it was here, we'll add that distance to 16. It was closer to 20, we'll add it to 16. So now that's where we need to work out. And to work out that, there's a formula for it, and most students don't remember the formula. But there's another way to help you to remember it. First thing we need to do is we know from the beginning up to 16 is 12. 4 for the first one, 8 for the second, 4 plus 8 gives you 12. So at 16 is 12. When it's 16 is 12. When it is 20, be careful with that. When it is 20, it's 12 plus 16 is 28. So notice that at 16 is 12. At 20 is 28, because we need to use that to help us to work it, how far it is, and how far will be the median. So we go now and use this approach. Watch this carefully. You blink, you miss it. Between 16 and 20, that's the class weight. We want to find out how far inside. And we know between 12 and 28. You see, I show you on the diagram. 16 and 20, and then 12 and 28. The cumulative when we add them. But we want the 22nd. That came from the 43 plus 1 divided by 2. We want the 22nd. And that 22nd will give us the median. So we know if you divide this equally, you don't have to do this in an exam. Divide it equally. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 goes all the way to 28. So 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. We know the 22nd, but how do we find this median part? We use something to compare. If you look at the distance, we compare the green. The green dotted line at the top from 16 to the Q2 divided by from 12 to 22. The green dotted line divided by the distance to the green solid line. It should be equal to the distance to the pink dotted line divided by the pink solid line. Helps you to work that out. So how long is the green dotted line divided by the green solid line, how long it is equals to the pink dotted line divided by the pink solid line. Let's put some numbers. How long is the green dotted line? From Q2 all the way to 16. So Q2 minus 16. How long is the green solid line? 22 minus 12. How long is the pink dotted line? Pink dotted line is 20 minus 16. And the pink solid line is 28 minus 12. Now we can now do some algebra. 20 minus 16 is 4. 28 minus 12, 16. And 22 minus 12, 10. Now we cross multiply. we cross multiply. And that would mean 10 times 4 over 16. 4 times 10 over 16 is 2.5. And minus 16 at plus 2.5, it gives you 18.5. So the median is at 18.5. That's 15 A and B, 15 C. That's a complete working for 15 C.